Celebs who are found guilty of wild crimes. Hello and welcome back to another film floater video. Celebs have to stay in the limelight in order to stay relevant and in the news. They are often known to stir up drama and sometimes get in trouble with the law for it. In this video, however, we take a look at high-profile celebs you had no idea were accused for heinous crimes. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson is no longer recognized as being a significant athlete. Instead, fans are fixated on the fact that he was the prime suspect in the deaths of his ex-wife Nicole Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman. The two were stabbed to death, and O.J. narrowly escaped being convicted of this double murder. Many feel that O.J. was in fact guilty and watched in horror as he was famously acquitted of all charges. Interestingly, he went on to do a long prison sentence after being found guilty of involvement in a botched robbery case. He has since been released from prison. Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson's relationship was as toxic as it gets. The two were crass and brazen with their public displays of affection and didn't hesitate to share their raunchy rendezvous with anyone that would pay attention. However, things weren't just hot in the kitchen. The couple had a publicly embattled relationship that quickly became overly heated and eventually wound up being physically threatening. While holding her 7-week-old baby, Anderson alleged that Lee attacked her and he wound up in jail for 6 months for assault and battery. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson doesn't want fans to remember that he was once convicted of rape and sentenced to 3 years in prison. This took place in the 1990s, and Tyson still maintains his innocence after all this time. However, a judge and jury felt he was guilty as charged, and he served a prison sentence that was forced upon him for the sexual assault on beauty pageant contestant Desiree Washington. She was just 18 years old at the time of the incident. Felicity Huffman. All mothers want the best possible outcomes for the future of their children, especially when it comes to their higher education. Very few are prepared to break the law for the opportunity, though. Felicity Huffman, best known for her time on The Desperate Housewives, was forced to learn this lesson the hard way. She served a 14-day prison sentence for her role in the infamous college scandal, along with serving 250 hours of community service and paying a $30,000 fine. Hiring someone to alter her daughter's grades was not worth the risk. Huffman's career and her overall image have both been irreversibly tainted. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim didn't fully think things through when she decided to testify in court to protect her friend and business manager, Damian Butler. He was facing charges surrounding a shootout which took place in front of a popular radio station. She took the stand and proceeded to lie to the grand jury by declaring that she hadn't seen him at that location on the day of the incident. She assumed that if she didn't confirm his presence, it would be hard for the judge to be convinced that he was present at the scene of the crime. What she didn't realize, however, is that video footage would soon surface, which shows Damian opening the door for Kim on that date. She was sentenced to a year in jail for conspiracy and perjury and will likely think twice before lying to defend her friends in the future. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was no stranger to street life as a young man. He was heavily immersed in a prominent street gang and was involved in a variety of crimes that were associated with this lifestyle. However, an incident in 1993 nearly put his life on a very different path. He and a friend faced off against a rival gang, and as shots were exchanged, one of those men wound up murdered. Snoop claimed self-defense, but the deceased man was not found to have had a weapon. After a grueling court case, it was revealed that friends of the deceased had removed his weapon from the crime scene, which corroborated Snoop's defense. In addition to this, the police mishandled the evidence as well. Snoop narrowly evaded a murder conviction. Alec Baldwin. Perhaps among the most current incidents in the headlines today is that of Alec Baldwin and the tragedy on the set of the film Rust. At this time, Alec Baldwin had not been charged for the crime, nor is it clear if he's even responsible for it in any way, but he's definitely linked to this horrific tragedy, as he was the man holding the gun that ultimately took the life of cinematographer Hyena Hutchins, and injured director Joel Souza. Baldwin insists he didn't pull the trigger, nor did he know there was a live round in the gun. The investigation is ongoing, and so far no charges have been laid. As per the most recent news, however, Alec has been sued by the family of the dead cinematographer. These were 7 celebs who were convicted of heinous crimes. Thanks for watching!